Ltashap, and we are continuing with Symphonic Rain. But I personally didn't really feel that way. Fortell was an instrument that required magic, and the player had considerable control over its timbre. It was not like a piano or cymbalo, where you could produce single notes by just pressing one of its keys. Of course, it made different sounds by pressing it harder or by the way you used the pedals, but this was not how a fortell differed between individual players. You could say the variance of the sound itself was relatively similar to a wind instrument. However, it appeared to be most similar to a human voice. And as it turned out, Miss Cordell thought very highly of the sound I produced. It had a lot to do with how the sound was received by others. The performer had no way to tell by himself. It was like being told that something you found normal was actually something very unique.
クリス、聞いていなかったな。
Well, no.
素直でよろしい。ただ、授業中に私の話を聞かないのは減点だ。
Sorry.
まあいい。それは後にして、レッスンを始めるとしよう。
I took the score out of my bag and placed it on the music stand. Miss Cordell scanned the score over my shoulder.
曲はいつものでいいのか？
Yes, I know the piece depends on my partner, but this is the only one I have right now.
まあいい。とりあえず初めから通しで。それで。
Oh no, typing. It's easier than I thought it would be. ever played. Okay, I think we're playing it again. Better on that. But we won't continue so we can get on with the story. Having finished my performance, I turned around in anticipation of Miss Cordial's critique.
ダメだな。
That was awful.
それくらいは自分でも分かっているな。
I kind of already figured that. Yes.
ならいい。練習で失敗することは悪くない。
I wasn't sure what Miss Cordell was thinking, but she gave me a weak smile.
まあクリスの場合は目的意識が足りないからだな。
What do you mean?
パートナーも決まっていない状態で曲だけ練習しようとしているのが間違いだ。
We end up on that subject again.
別に嫌がらせで言ってるわけじゃない。そもそもこんなことを言っている時期でもないんだからな。
Yes, I know that.
ならその言葉を信じよう。
Thank you. Easier than I thought it would be. Oh, that was the hardest thing I've ever played. Okay, I think we're playing it again. and continue so we can get on with the story. Having finished my performance, I turned around in anticipation of Miss Cordial's critique.
ダメだな。
That was awful. You
それくらいは
know.
自分でも分かっているな。
I kind of already figured that. Yes.
ならいい。練習で失敗することは悪くない。
I wasn't sure what Miss Cordell was thinking, but she gave me a weak smile.
まあクリスの場合は目的意識が足りないからだな。
What do you mean?
パートナーも決まっていない状態で曲だけ練習しようとしているのが間違いだ。
We end up on that subject again.
別に嫌がらせで言ってるわけじゃない。そもそもこんなことを言っている時期でもないんだからな。
Yes, I know that.
ならその言葉を信じよう。
Thank you. Well, yeah.
知り合いのトルティニタか？
Yeah, that's right.
あの子も今年卒業だろう。ちょうどいいんじゃないのか？
I'll take it into consideration.
そうか。まあいい。いざとなったら私の方で何とかする。
Arrange something.
声楽科の生徒に頼む。今年のレッスンが終わるまでにまだ決まってなかったらこちらで勝手に決めさせてもらう。君に決定権はない。満足に曲も弾けない状態でパートナー探しも辛いだろう。
Reply to the It's not hard at all.
そうか。ならクリスを信用しよう。自分で早く決めることだな。
I fell for it. But when she smiled at me like that, I couldn't possibly talk back anymore.
さて、とにかく練習だな。今ここでたくさん失敗しておくといい。最初からもう一度。
Okay, let's do this again. Hopefully, oh wait, we're not doing it again. Okay. I remained in the lesson room after Miss Cordell had left to wait for the slight excellent. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. Exultation. That was the word. I began thinking about the warning I had been given numerous times now. It wasn't like I hadn't been thinking about the partner issue at all. I was just still feeling a bit indifferent about it. Oh, darn it. Piova Music Institute. This music institute, named after the town it resides in, was world-renowned for its production of many famous musicians. It had a long history, and getting accepted into and graduating from it was considered a commendable feat. Since I was a fortell player, which not many people had the natural disposition for, the institute had been lenient with my enrollment. I suppose that was the reason I was having a hard time now. Not unexpectedly, to be able to graduate, a final assignment needed to be completed. This assignment was a recital at the Institute's concert hall. At this event, we would be rated by graduate students from this institute and active musicians from across the country. Depending on the result, it was possible to have to repeat the year, although most students ended up being forced to drop out in this case. Conversely, depending on the degree of success, you could be guaranteed a successful career as a musician immediately. The bar was placed very high. Even so, Miss Cordell had assured me I had the qualifications to graduate. Although she did remind me that I would probably be cutting it very close. The fortelliest, a recital was bounded by 2 regulations, and no matter how talented you were, there was no way to graduate unless these conditions were met. First, the piece to be recited had to be original. I happened to have one prepared, so this wasn't a problem for me. The second was problematic. The second more problematic regulation was that the recital had to be done in accompaniment of a song. Normally, this meant partnering with a senior vocalist. For them, this would also be their graduation recital. But as a general rule, it didn't have to be a student from the vocal department. It didn't even have to be a student of this institute. It could be a regular citizen of the town, for instance. Even so, partnering with someone who wasn't used to singing in front of a crowd might not yield a very good result. As such, I'd never heard of a student partnering with an outsider before. Well, it wasn't like I didn't have a candidate. It was just that a part of me was hesitant to partner with that girl. The reason being, actually, I was not even sure myself. She was actually a pretty good singer. Plus, she was a childhood friend who I had known since I was small, and we still get along fine. Then why? I have asked myself this question many times, but could never figure out the answer. I was snapped back into reality by the sound of the bell announcing noon. Although we hadn't made an appointment, I headed toward the cafeteria to meet said childhood friend/candidate partner. Unlike this morning, the hallway was flooded with conversing students. I slipped my way through the crowd and went outside. The main building I just exited consisted of lesson rooms, lecture halls, and as well as offices for lecturers and other staff. As well as the cafeteria and library and other miscellaneous faculties. I passed the concert hall that was located between the 2 buildings and quickly headed inside to avoid the rain. As expected, at lunchtime the cafeteria was already full of people. The cafeteria had the capacity to provide for around 100 people at a time, and it was already about half filled up. I left my bag at my favorite seat next to the window. I randomly ordered some risotto and sat down after bringing it back to my table.
Ohaya!
As I was busy picking at the food on my plate with my spoon, I heard a familiar voice behind me. Oh, good morning. Torta sat down in the seat next to me and slid the bag I had left there on the seat to the other side.
あれ？これ。
Torta was holding the score I had just been using and waved it in front of my eyes. It had had probably slipped out of my bag. Okay, well, we're talking to Torta. This is a good place to end. Goodbye.